What up, man? It's your big brother K-Rino. Friday Night Live. I made it. Once again, we made it, man. And we're here with y'all on this Friday Live. What time is it? Yeah. We did. We bad squeezed in, but we squeezed in, man. So we'll get a quick open topic in with y'all. Um, and as y'all come in, be sure to hit that like button as you come into the door. Um, Turn on your notifications as usual. And we'll get right into it, man, with an open topic, which is always the same format, same rules. I see y'all coming in. Just questions, comments, enlightenment, whatever you got, information, knowledge, and wisdom, but always respect. And that's going to be the motto. That's going to be the motto. So I see y'all rolling in. I appreciate you. For those who haven't hit the like, hit that thing for your big brother now. And we'll get right into it, man. This is gonna be an open topic, so whatever questions y'all might have for your big brother, don't be shy in asking. And the better things y'all say, the better answers I give, and the more interesting the conversation will be. And we can get some good engagement. So y'all, man. So let's get it on, man. Y'all subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Turn your notifications on. We That's if you feeling what I'm saying. If you come through and you ain't feeling what I'm saying, then I don't expect you to subscribe or turn on notifications. We want to have a community of people who really want to be here. They really, really want to be here. So that's what it is. We don't want to just have a bunch of empty subscribers. We don't want to do that. And I feel like that's how this channel already is anyway. But shout out to all my regulars. Shout out to all my soldiers, my day ones and my day yesterdays. My day ones and my yesterdays. If you just got here or if you've been here for years, man, I appreciate y'all. I welcome that. So let's get it on, man. Let's not waste no time, and we can get into it. I guess before we start, though, I do want to ask y'all to subscribe to the Underground Dialogue podcast. Please subscribe to the Underground Dialogue podcast and check out the latest episodes. We had a great sister from Austin, Texas, named Miss Demeanor, who came through and really, she had a great story, great testimony, and I think y'all really enjoy it. We got some dope interviews loaded up. We locked and loaded for the next month. Some cool interviews, some legendary stuff. So let's get it on, man. I see a lot of familiar names in the building as usual, man, and always glad to see y'all. Stone 703, first one in the door. Erica says the Houston Challenge. Are you going for? What is the Houston Challenge? What is that? I don't even know what the Houston Challenge is. Somebody enlighten me and tell me what the Houston Challenge is, Erica. I have no knowledge of it. I have no knowledge of it. Colton says, how long have you been doing open topic? I only know. No, you got to look at the title. This is open topic 130. So I've been doing open topics probably since I started doing lives on YouTube. If this is the 130th, because every live stream is not open topic. Sometimes I actually have a topic that I go into, but if I've done 130 open topics, that lets you know we've been doing open topics a long time. Yeah. Erica says a particular beat everyone is flowing on. Lil Kiki is doing. Oh, okay, that's dope. Okay, no, I didn't know nothing about it, but yeah, I can imagine whether I'm on it or not. I already know that's gonna be pretty epic if it's H-Town. If he's able to get a lot of which I'm sure Kiki wouldn't have no problem getting a lot of H-Town artists on the beat. Oh, so it's not a cipher. It's not like a cipher. It's like it's a challenge. Like everybody just rap on that beat. Anybody can get the beat and rap on it. Okay, I think Dope Beezy did something like that a few years back. I think I know what you're talking about right now. Okay, cool. I don't know. Maybe I will. Maybe I won't. Uh, let me see. Dennis Tremaine, what's up, Dennis? Dennis says, "Hey, big bro, when is some new music coming? Speaking on this Trump clown, new music coming next month. I'm in the lab right now. Still got a few songs I got to finish up, but moving slowly. But y'all will see about 3 albums from me this year. I said that at the beginning of the year or at the end of last year, and I'm gonna hold true to that. I'm gonna make sure I hold true to that. We're gonna hit y'all with about 3 of them this year. So be looking next month. But in the meantime, I got 50 some other albums that are available on all the platforms. So y'all go purchase a K-Rino album today. And we working on getting the site back going so y'all can get physical copies. Theos Trinity, what's going on? Theo says, how many black books you got now? 16, 17. I think it's 16 or 17. I think. I'm gonna check that. But I think it's no less than 16, no more than 17. DJ Alessa. Brian Conway says, you still working with Marshall? Yeah, that's my guy. Dollar Bill been sending me some beats, man. Dollar Bill making it hard out here in a good way for a rapper. Like he sends so many tracks to me that you were just like, it's like somebody bringing a bunch of food, different varieties of food, and you like all of it. You don't know what to eat first. Original Boss Lady, what is your take on the Black Republican Trump supporters that feels like Trump is doing a lot and has done a lot for the Black community? I can't tell anybody how to feel. I think that where we make a mistake a lot of times as Black Republicans, Black Democrats, Trump supporters, Biden supporters, whoever you support. But since we're talking about this current administration, I think we gauge things with our heart and our emotions as opposed to looking at facts. And if you really just dig deep into the facts, then a lot of times you'll see that a lot of what he's done or what he's claimed to have done, it's either not accurate or it's a result of something that was already in place before he got there, or he flat out lies. As far as Black Republicans, again, like I say, you can ride with whoever you want to ride with. My disappointment with Black people in politics, period, especially on a national level, when it comes to these presidents, is how we repeatedly get caught in this Groundhog Day cycle of steadily falling for the same trick of thinking that one of these cats are going to save us. And we spend so much time arguing and debating with each other about two sides of the same coin, as they say, and neither one of those sides give a bleep about us. That's my biggest problem. But and in all that energy that we spend having these conversations and these arguments, we could be doing for self and unifying and separating from all this crap because it's on the way out. Unless they gonna clip that. DNA, true lyricist. What's up, DNA? Always a good day when I see DNA. He say, from my cerebral cathedral, I relieve you from human existence, then reconceive you. I'm so influential over the people that if I tell them 5 plus 5 is 12 and you say it's 10, they won't believe you. Ooh-wee. Yeah, man. I'm gonna tell you why I rock with you, DNA, because you and others, y'all appreciate bars like that. Y'all get the fullness of stuff like that. And then you definitely get the fullness because that's how you write. You next level. So I appreciate that. Brian Conway say GMOs are banned in Europe. Hey, salute to anybody who's banning that crap, keeping that stuff out of the food supply and are focused on keeping the citizens nutritionally rich instead of trying to kill everybody. Yeah. No, a lot of your stuff was very accurate, Alyssa. Little one or two miswords here and there, but it's not nothing so extreme that it's like, nah, man, you need to do that over. Nah, I mean, you catch one or two words. Sometimes the rapper may say something too fast. I might have said it too fast. I may have not have been as articulate as I should have been or could have been, and you might miss it, or it might sound like I said one thing. A lot of times on other lyric pages that I read, it's like, man, I didn't say that, but that could have worked too. So it just depends. Evan Reckon Mars says, those freestyle sessions you did, are they really freestyle? You mean the flow sessions? No, that's not off the dome. If your definition of freestyle is off the dome, then the answer is no. No, all that stuff is written. I don't do a lot of off the dome stuff. I do off the dome when I'm just having fun, messing around, or boys going off the dome and we wrapping up. Somebody might ask me to do it, but the flow sessions, if you hear it on my album or something, that trust me, I wrote it. Yeah. Yeah. I see you, John. This is open topic. Joseph says, don't trust no government at all. What bring to the table? They will betray you. Glory to Yahweh, Yah. Who shall I don't know, I know I said that wrong. I should be ashamed of myself. But yeah, no. Especially the American government. You trust the American government, you just mental. And there's a lot of people that are, because again, they blindly and emotionally support the administration that they get behind. And when they get behind these administrations, the problem is, in their minds, my president can't do no wrong. My president is, every decision he makes is right. Every grain of his policy is 100% the best move for the people and for the country, when usually is more leaning towards the opposite. More so the opposite. And because a lot of these guys are blinded, they're blinded to reality. They're blinded to what's best for the people because they fulfill in prophecy. Yeah. John, you got to send me an email with the gematria effect so I won't forget. Send me an email and just, hey, man, check that out. I've been supposed to be sending Alyssa a song for 12 years now. Alyssa, I was supposed to send you that song before I made it. So yeah, you can just remind me, and don't feel bad about reminding me. Just like, hey man, hey, what's up? I need that. Captive Pulse Maker, thanks for the music. Hey, do you do sailboats? What you mean? Do I do sailboats? What do you mean? What does that mean? Do I do sailboats? Do I ride on sailboats? Sailboats ain't a drug, huh? They'll be that came out and said, "Oh, that boy high, that boy gone, that boy's high off them sailboats, man. What happened to him, man? That boy was popping them sailboats." and he jumped off the top of the roof. So I don't know what are sailboats? Are they real sailboats? Like, yeah, okay. Kendrick Buchanan, I appreciate the love, man. Evan Reckon Marsh, thank you for the donation. I appreciate that. Mastermind Alliance Publishing Group, Hiram Clark. Why I feel like I've heard Mastermind Alliance Publishing Group before. Of course, you know I know about Hiram Clark, but Mastermind Alliance Publishing Group. But I appreciate the love, Evan. You know what it is, homie. Yeah. Shaheem the Dream. What it be like? Anthony, is that Anthony L281? What's some advice you give the younger generation? Um, it's a good question. So many things. To the younger generation, let's incorporate God more into our life. That go for all the generations. But to the younger generation, I think we should be more God centered. I don't care if you're 16, 12, 22, 25. We need to be more God centered, more God focused, and not so focused on um, clout chasing and those I'm speak their language, clout chasing and trying to do things that will garner negative attention. All attention ain't good attention, despite what people try to say. People, oh man, as long as they talking about you, it's good. No, that's not true. Also, to understand that your life is precious. Be a leader. Don't be crashing out. And figure out what you want to do as early as possible. I know that's more than one thing, but those are things that I think of, like when I'm speaking at schools and things of that nature. Yeah. That Zen Ocelot, the project's track with Spice One and Treach is fire, man. Respect to Spice One, man. Shout out to Spice One for allowing me to be on his album, man. That's a big thing for me, man, to be on a Spice One album, a guy I was listening to back when I was young like that. Even though we were on the same age, Spice was that dude, still is. Oh, you used to ask me, do I like to sail? Okay, I love sailboats. I like to make them. I used to jam them too. Oh, okay. I don't really do water like that, though, Captain. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't never been on a cruise before. That's a ship. D Razor, what's up, D Razor? I appreciate the love, man. Appreciate the donation. 10 to get you in, man. 10 to get in, man. It's like a hole in the wall nightclub. 10 to get you in. I appreciate the love, D, as always, man. You always support, show love. Joseph Canister, man. Hey, thank you as well, Joseph, for the love, man. I appreciate that. Joseph says, help a bit from California, chasing my dreams. And you, man, come on, Joseph. That's what I'm talking about, man. Chase your dreams, bro. God is great. Don't ever quit either. I hate when people quit. Only thing I want you to quit doing, only thing I want people to ever quit is being a quitter. Yeah, love that. NK Res, no biological. Appreciate the love, appreciate the question, NK Res. Okay, God's dummy, I got you. Email me. One of these days, man, I'm gonna get better, y'all. I promise I am. John says, have you ever heard of this cat on YouTube called Crank Lucas? He got mad talent. Is Crank the one who be doing like the raps in the booth? Like he may do a 1980s style rapper, then he'll do how the rappers rap today. Is that the same guy? I think that's him, right? If that's him, yeah, I agree. He's dope. Yeah. Jason Brody, lucky Big Task ain't up in these places. He be slinging money left and right. Oh man, shout out to Task, man. Walk in Love says Jesus Christ is risen. That's a fact. No arguments. Man. Flight Claudia Design says Jesus is Lord and love. That's a fact. No arguments. Joseph says, bless you, K, for many helpful tracks. Help me get off crack and move away from that crazy woman. What was worse, the crack or the crazy? They both start with CRA. Was it the crack or the crazy? Did the crazy drive you to the crack? Or did the crack drive you to the crazy? Either way, God bless you, man. To get rid of them both. Man. Stay solid. Don't fall off. Don't go backwards. One of the worst things we could do is go backwards to things and people that we know we shouldn't go back to. So sometimes that's why, they will always consider you to be an addict if you're on drugs, because it's as a reminder. You could be clean for 20 years, you're still an addict. You could be clean for 15 years, you're still an alcoholic. That's just a reminder, because all it takes is one sip, one sniff, one hit to bring you right back to that dark place. And it's the same with people. There are people that, you try to be a forgiving person, but there are people when they show you who they are, believe them, because that's who they are. They're not gonna change 95% of the time, I would say. Oh, Erica just when they were saying about what advice would I give to the younger generation, Erica just hit with a big one. She said, help your friends from not crashing out. Check on your homie. See, that's where the being a leader part comes in, because too many times we sit back and we just watch our friends and watch our people just crash out. And there may have been a word of advice that you could have gave, or something that you could have did to prevent or to help prevent, or just to put a word out there, but we scared of how they gonna react. I don't want to say nothing, because sometimes when your friend is supposed to be somebody, your friend is supposed to be up there, you don't want to fall out of favor or good graces with that friend, but you're not being a friend that you let your friend crash out. Now, if they don't listen, that's on them. And you're definitely doing yourself a disservice if you don't even have the fortitude to not even allow yourself to not crash out. I'm just going to follow behind and you don't do that. NK Red says, what you think about African spirituality versus major religion? When did you truly start following the teachings of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad? I'm still trying to truly follow him. I can't say I truly follow him. I'm flawed. But I understand your question. when you say African spirituality, I guess I'm assuming that you're just going to the root, based on where we came from. But I just believe that the spirituality um, is a oneness that we have from our Creator. It's a direct thing, a connection that we have with our Creator. Um, Versus major religion, of course. Major organized religion has been stepped on and played with and tampered with and changed up and switched up and messed up. So those things, and commercialized and monetized and all of those things. So there is a difference. There's a difference. Our spirituality is that connection we have directly to our Creator, and none of that other stuff applies. When you're talking to your Creator in your dark hours and your light hours, when it's good or when it's bad, and anywhere in between, that doesn't necessarily have anything to do with a label that you carry or what you call yourself. We believe in one God. That's one thing that the Honorable Elijah Muhammad does teach, is that it's one God. And whatever name that we call him by, based on whatever label we carry, still ain't but one. And that one hears you. We don't have a God. We don't have God departments in the universe. So if I'm a Buddhist, I have to call the Buddha God, the Buddhist God. I have to call the Christian God. Well, hold on. Who's this? Oh, no. This is the Catholic God. Let me transfer you over. You looking for the Muslim God? Let me transfer you over. No, it's only one. It's only one. So yeah, but it is a difference between organized religion and what they call, like you say, the major religions. At the root of those religions and just the basic principles of those religions, they transcend labels. They can hop from label to label. Those principles can be over here in Christianity. They can bounce over here to Islam. They can fall back over here to Judaism, because the principles in their pure form, they're comfortable everywhere. They apply everywhere. But we just argue about the labels. John Mendoza, those Carmelo Anthony stories both on the same day, April 2nd. It's Rodney King's birthday. Yeah, that's a really messed up situation, man, with that young brother. Michael, what's up, Mike? What's going on, man? You coming down tomorrow? You gonna be in the building tomorrow with the Blankster? We working on it, Landon. It gotta come soon, because it's time. It's getting time to get that site up. Roots Maneuver. I don't know who that is, Jason. Unless it says celebrate when I lose and get mad when I win. Yeah, we some bass aquats. Shaheem says, in your song, Two Sides of the Story, which situation do you think is scarier? That's a good question. I guess it would depend on where an individual's darkest fears lie. You're going from some street stuff to some extraterrestrial situations. Call me crazy, but nah, let me see. I don't think I would be as scared in the extraterrestrial scenario. That don't mean I would be justified in not being scared, but yeah. Joseph, I appreciate the love, man. I appreciate that so much. Thank you for the donation. God is good, and he's helping me find my soulmate too, the only one for me. Man, I wish you that. I wish you that, because that's what's gonna complete you. That's what's gonna complete you. So I hope you find him, man. Yeah. Yeah. Amen. The Richard Pryor story. Renee says, I quit cigarettes, man. Hey, man, y'all shout out to Renee. Let's give him or her. You know, I don't know if it's Renee, male Renee or female Renee. But let's give him a salute. There you go. Hearts, 100s, love. We're going to do it like an OG salute, man. Don't go back. Don't go back. If you quit cigarettes, that's the best thing for your body, you know. Don't go back. Fish says, nah, man, you got to let them crash out. You said don't let anyone ever make you feel like what you want to do is wrong. No, I never said don't let people feel like anything you want to do is wrong. Ever make you feel like what you want. No, I mean if you about to crash out, I can't let you just crash out if I see it, if it's on my watch. No, you can't do that, because we all have loved ones. We all have friends and family, children, nephews, nieces, and these are individuals that you are not around all the time. You're not around your child all the time. You send your child to school. So if your child is about to get into a messed up situation, you would want somebody to say something to your child to discourage them from going down a road that they might not be able to come back from. So now you can't let them crash out. It's a difference between bumping your head and crashing all the way out. Now, certain things in life you can say, no, let him figure that out. Let him bump his head. But a head bump and a crash out is two totally different things, because when you talk about that term, crashing out, it typically means two things. You're either going to do something to get yourself killed, or you're going to do something to get yourself locked up for a long, long time. And anything in between that would probably be better than the other two, but they might not be, because somebody you know could be getting ready to break in somebody's house or try to rob somebody. And when they try to rob somebody, that person they tried to rob, or the house they broke in, they was ready for him, shot him up, but he didn't die. But he's paralyzed for the rest of his life. You know, so it's all kind of scenario. If we don't try to prevent each other from doing crazy stuff, then and we see the writing on the wall, we see it happening, then those people's blood are on our hand to a degree. Let's skate, dude. What's going on, homie? Man, Stone, you like that Us? Oh man, that's underrated. People don't mention that song a lot. The original boss lady says having open conversations with the youth to see where their mental state is can also help them be on a path. That's right. Yeah, and we gotta talk to them, not at them, not down. Don't talk down to them. Speak with them and listen to them. We gotta listen to them. We always ready to talk and tell them what they need to be doing. See, this what y'all problem is. Y'all youngsters need to be. Nah, let them tell us sometimes what we need to be doing. Yeah. Uganda. They got Ebola. Ebola done popped back off in Uganda. Man, I didn't know that. Hector Montoya. What's up, Hector? Man, look, you can't be a leader unless you've seen a leader and you recognize it. I've been blessed to have great leaders in my life. And I'm still a follower, but not in the sense that a lot of people might look at. People look at follower as a bad word. And like I say, follower is only a bad word if you're following stupidity. Let me tell y'all another good word. 2 words. Like button. Y'all click the like if y'all haven't already, man. Yeah. We try to catch up, man. Okay, my bad. What's up, JoJo? Hip Hop Spot. Do you have any unreleased tracks from the 90s and will you release them? If I do have any, it's not that many. It's not that many. If I do have some, it's not that many. Because I've always been a person that when I record it, I release it. And so I can kind of, I feel like I remember a couple of tracks from the Danger Zone album that was left over. It might be 1 or 2 tracks from that album that didn't make it. And the problem with re-releasing them, the problem would be that the recording technology that we used back then is not applicable today, meaning that we recorded on these tapes called ADATs. And the ADAT, for any of my old schoolers in here that might have ever done any kind of recording, the ADAT, when you look at it, it looks like a VCR tape. That's what it looks like. It looks like a VCR tape. You would know the difference from it. And I have those. I have access to them, but you don't have many people who have ADAT players now. So I would have to go somewhere and try to get it converted and all that different stuff just to hear what's on it. But you kind of planting a seed in my mind because I would like to kind of see if I do have some stuff, because I feel like I remember a couple of songs that may not have made, or even if it's not actual songs, it may be different versions of songs that did make the album. Yeah, so that's you just put some on my mind, JoJo. Joseph says, I'm not perfect on this big, great journey. Nobody is. Nobody's perfect, man. Yeah. Oh, man, I appreciate that love, Hector. That's what I need, man. That's what I need. We all need a little love. Share the love. I appreciate that. You mean that Lord save us? Yeah, appreciate that, Joseph. Thank you, Hector. Mitchie said that must be a way to convert. Yeah, it is. I mean, look, they have Mitchie. Look, I'm gonna tell you something, bro. They have places that can convert all that stuff. In the early 2000s, man, I was doing a documentary. I was trying to do a documentary. And as I was doing this documentary, me and my homie, we was going around from spot to spot, catching up with different rappers. And I literally, bro, and I was telling Showtime this when we had him on the podcast earlier this week. I literally have tapes and tapes and tapes of this legendary rappers from the city, man. I got some footage. I got some stuff, bro. But I have them on these little tapes. So I got to find somewhere that has the machinery to convert those and put them on a USB or whatever it is I need to have it on, because man, I got some classic stuff, man. Yeah. Diamond Star. Thank you for asking, Diamond Star. My week's been great. My week has been great. I appreciate that. It's been a really good week. Um, a lot of work. A lot of work. Being busy is a blessing. Sometimes people just asking you how you been and how was your day. That go a long way. So I appreciate that. Yeah. King David. Verbal execution. Man. NK Red says, have you ever experienced any paranormal stuff like ghosts in your life? I have experienced some paranormal stuff. I can't explain. I have no explanation. I can't say, well, this is the reason why, but it's some stuff that I can tell y'all that would it would either mess your head up or you would just flat out accuse me of being a liar. But I'm not lying. So yeah, I have. I've been. I've seen some crazy stuff. I've seen some crazy stuff. Yeah. Culture. No, they couldn't be played on a VCR. They had what was called a ADAT machine. ADAT, which I think stood for audio. It stood for something digital audio tape. I forgot what the A stood for in ADAT, the first A. But they had an ADAT machine. And when you get these VCR looking tapes, you go to the studio and the engineer will pop the tape in just like a VCR. And he records you. And it records onto the tape. Now, this came after how many old school artists do we have? Do we have any old school artists in here? DNA still in here. I know DNA got to still be. Now DNA is not old school, but he probably been around long enough to remember when they had the reel machines, when they had the big circular reel machines, where you take the big reel with the tape, the thick tape, and you stick it on top of the thing, and it's almost like a cassette tape, but it's a circular reel. It was the reel to reel. That was the first thing that anybody was recording on back as far as I can remember. I still got music on reel. But then after the reels kind of became obsolete, they came out with the ADATs, the VCR looking tapes. That was the next thing. And when they came out with after they came out with the ADATs, I think that's when things went digital. Everything went computer. They came out with Pro Tools and the computer programs that we see now. It's crazy, man. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Do I have my whole catalog available on CD? Most of it. Most of it. Send me an email, Joe. I got a lot of the majority of it. A lot of that stuff, man. I just need to dig in and just re-up on everything. Connie said, I believe you. One day, One day I'm gonna tell that story, man. One day I'm gonna tell. It still like trips me out to this day, man. That's why I'm pausing, because the paranormal story that I have in my mind, this happened to me when I was in high school. I was like in the 12th grade, but I remember it like it was yesterday. Yeah. And see, Matt, the song With My Own Eyes, I didn't talk about that one. I talked about some other stuff, but the one I'm thinking about, I didn't mention that one. I didn't mention that one. Yeah. Shaheen want me to tell a story. Man, look, I don't, not tonight. If I come on again before the weekend is over, I'll tell y'all. But if not, I'll tell y'all next week. Tune in next week. But no. Yep. Jason says my kids freaked when I showed them a Walkman a few years back. Yeah, man. I mean, it's a new day. Y'all ever saw the social experiment video that was on YouTube where they had some teenagers? These wasn't like 4 or 5 year olds. These were like teenagers, like 15, 16. And they handed them like they put a rotary phone in front of them. And they was like, how would you work this? And it was like three of them trying to figure out how to dial on the rotary phone. So, like, because I grew up around rotary phones, and I'm sure most of y'all know what a rotary phone. But that generation, they was like, and they was really trying to figure it out. Like, no, I think you have to. They didn't know if the phone should be still hung up before you dial, because they figured out the part of like, okay, I think you dial this, you dial, but they didn't know if the phone needed to be up or down. It was funny, man. And I think they did one with some young people with a cassette tape. They had cassette tapes, and they was trying to figure out how the cassette tape was supposed to go. They was putting it in upside down and all kind of stuff, you know. So that's crazy. But I wonder if that's still on YouTube. Fred G, I see you. Fred G Sanford. The G stands for afternoon, even though it's nighttime. Yeah. Kane Marco, what's going down? Ryan says, I'm seeing the lights in the sky, okay? I don't doubt it. I don't doubt it, man. Absolutely. And look, y'all think I'm joking, man. This is the real deal, man. That's the real deal. But it just goes to show how the technology is, because something so simple to us who lived it, they're looking at it like, what is this? Now, the things that they use every day, we looking at it like, how did this work? We don't know how it works. We don't know how it goes. So it's like, it's a cycle. But it's funny. It's fun, man, because I mean, I think it's stuff that we can educate each other on. We teach them the history, and they teach us how to keep up in today's society, and that's how it works, man. So if y'all haven't hit the like button, please hit the like button for your big brother. Please do so. Yeah. Go check out the latest episode of the Underground Dialogue podcast. Great episode. That sister had a strong story, strong testimony. Y'all make sure y'all go check that out and subscribe to the channel. And we got some good ones coming up, man. You know, I'm gonna say the same thing I always say. I want y'all to, you know, to become. I want y'all coming on this channel every day and on the Underground Dialogue podcast. I want it to be second nature. I want y'all to get it to where it's part of y'all's daily routine. I ain't saying just consume yourself with me, but if possible, find a way to squeeze your big brother. And I appreciate y'all who hit those likes, you know. Yeah. Mike, I already know how you roll, man. Yeah. Indeed. But yeah, man, I want y'all to watch the video I did yesterday on my channel as well. I want y'all to go check that out. And even if you don't live in America, because we get a lot of people from overseas. Haven't seen anybody from overseas tonight, but we get a lot of people from overseas, man. So I want y'all to go check out that video that I did last night, whether you are here in America or whether you're not, because whether we like it or not, whether we know it or not, everything is starting to tie together. Everything is tying together, man. And we're seeing it. Oh, God's dummy, you check it out. We're seeing everything tying together, man. And it's a blessing. It's an absolute blessing in the long run. Right now, it might not seem like it because it's gonna get rough, but had to be done, man. Friction get the clothes clean. You ever hand wash the shirt? Some of y'all grew up in the suburbs. You never had to hand wash. You never had to put a shirt in the sink and wash that thing. Y'all never had to. But the principle of that is the friction that gets the dirt out. So we living in a time in America, man, where everything is coming. Well, old world going out, the new world coming in. It's clashing. They're clashing, and the world is run mostly by idiots. The world is run by idiots, man, for the most part. Not everybody, but for the most part, the world is run by idiots. And the problem is not necessarily that the world is run by idiots, but we have a lot of people who follow idiots. That's the problem. And the proof of that is that when you look at what the people who in power do, the moves are idiotic. But who put those people in office? So whoever put those people in office is like, we got to question ourselves. We got to question ourselves. Kendrick Miller says, R.I.P. to Fat Pat. Yeah. Pat name been coming up a lot tonight. Pat name been coming up tonight. Yeah. So salute to Fat Pat, man. Wait a minute. Fred, you said when I was a kid, I found a rotary phone at someone's house party. Didn't think it worked. Called 911 and hung up. That day, a few people went to jail. Oh, no, man. Look, some people still old school, man. You remember the phone on the wall, the touch tone phone on the wall? It had the cord was always tangled up. Who had that phone in their house when they was growing up? That phone that used to be on the wall, you put out the hello, but the cord was always raveled up and tangled all up. You had to sometimes you had to just hold the phone and let it spin its way back to being straight. Who had that phone? Yeah. Wow. Hmm. Jason, why do you say Australia is the 51st state of the United Snakes? I saw you put that on there another time. Diamond Star says, my dream's been so surreal now. Why do you think that is? Why do you think that is? Boss lady said, I grew up in the suburb, but I still hand wash. I know that's right. Yeah. I'll hand wash a shirt now if I'm in a rush. Sometimes you got to do what you got to do. Yeah. Mitchell, you like that Fear No Evil? I appreciate that, man. Shout out Fear No Evil, the song was from the album Fear No Evil. But you got to understand who's on that song. I got Hawk on that song. Screwed Up Click OG Hawk. Rest in peace. I got Point Blank on that song. And I got Flea from Street Military on that song. Man, that's a strong lineup. You got Flea, Hawk, Blank. Man, that's a strong song, man. And guess who did the beat? That's back when I was doing a lot of production. That's back when I was doing a lot of production, man. Okay, all right. Well, hold on, man. It might not be obsolete. All right. It might not be obsolete. Connie say she still wash her blouses in the sink. All right, we still got some hood in us. We still got some we still rooted in some old school principles. We ain't got too bougie. We ain't got too fly. I know I haven't. Yeah. King David, ransom music. I never heard of ransom music. You say New York coming through these days. So they from New York. Ransom music. Is it a label or a group? It's a label or a group. Shout out to Ransom Music. Yeah. Open topic, y'all. John Mendoza, thank you for the donation. I appreciate that. The movie Demolition Man. Sounds like it may happen. I got to go back and watch that. I don't think I ever saw Demolition Man to be able to speak on that comment. Yeah. Demolition Man, but I do remember that movie. I do remember that. Who is D Smoke? D Smoke? Nah, I'm not familiar. Shout out to D Smoke. Coulter says, what's your favorite Bible verse? My gramps left his Bible to me, and I don't know where to start. Things from 1952. I don't know if I have a favorite Bible verse. I couldn't say favorite. There's some that stand out because you remember them. Maybe Genesis 15 and 13. I've wrote about that in songs, but I wouldn't say favorite like. you say you wouldn't know where to start. Just start from the beginning. Start reading from the beginning. It's that simple. Sometimes we oversimplify things that are just cut and dry. You just start reading. Go straight from the beginning. That's like having a movie. It's man, I don't know where to start this movie. Start it from the beginning. Diamond says, in my case, I feel it's showing me present, like I'm looking down upon us. Do you feel like that sounds almost like some astral projection where you did you feel aware? Did you feel like you were totally conscious of this is me hovering over myself and looking, or was it kind of just like you in a dream and then you really couldn't tell? But that sounds like some astral projection type stuff. Xavier says, K-Rino, what kinds of different hairstyles have you had in your life? I have only seen you bald. No, man, unfortunately, man, as it relates to hairstyles, your big brother been around a long time. So growing up in the 70s, I've had an afro, I've had a mini fro, I've had a shag. Now this all when I was a little fella now. I probably have had my hair in braids at some point in my lifetime. Thank goodness there are no pictures of that. As the 80s rolled around, late 70s, early 80s, I might have had a jerry curl or two or three. I'm being real transparent with y'all right now. Thank God that around the mid 80s came and I kind of caught my stride and I just started getting like either an even cut all the way around, low cut, or as we got into the 90s, classic ball fade when I still had some action going on up here. But as time passed and the hairline started to push further and further back, me, like a trillion other dudes, just decided it's better to just start shaving it off. But all those are all the hairstyles I've had in my day. What up, Mars? I see you, Mars, with the bars. Yeah. NK Rez, what's one of your favorite westerns? My favorite western. Can I give you my top five? My favorite western of all time is Tombstone. That's number one. Tombstone is my favorite, my all-time favorite western. There's another western that I love called One-Eyed Jacks with Marlon Brando. One-Eyed Jacks. If you never saw One-Eyed Jacks, go watch it. Another one of my favorite westerns is another one, is one called The Gunfight at OK Corral with Burt Lancaster and Kirk Douglas. That used to be my favorite before I saw Tombstone. So that's three. Another one of my favorite westerns is a western movie from way back called Winchester 73 with Jimmy Stewart. Winchester 73, that's a good one. And one more. I really like Unforgiven. I wouldn't say it's in my top 5 though, but Unforgiven is a really good one too. I'll get back with you on another one. Yeah, but yeah, man, I'm a big Western fan. TV shows and movies. Yeah, y'all might not have knew that. Hector says, I don't recall if it was you or Immortal Tech that told me you are on his album he's work on, that you are on one of his songs on the, well, we did a song a long time ago. I don't, it was for his album, but I don't know when it's coming out. D Smoke is from Inglewood. Lester, how you feeling, man? That's right. Rest in peace, Val Kilmer, man. Best Doc Holliday portrayal. Yeah. Django, yeah, John Django too. Django is up there. Best Doc Holliday portrayal of all time was Val Kilmer in Tombstone, followed by Kirk Douglas in Gunfight at the OK Corral. Yep. Yep. I like spaghetti westerns a little bit. There's a spaghetti western called Sabata with Lee Van Cleef. It's pretty good. Yep. Alyssa says Marlon Brando told us who runs Hollywood. Yeah. For those who might not believe it, to one of their own have to say it. Yeah. Vincent said the good, the bad, and the ugly. Clint Eastwood, that's a good one. Blazing Saddles. Boss lady said, "Oh, you had that Jerry curl too?" Yeah, man. My curl, my Jerry's didn't curl. Mine didn't take. Mine didn't take, man. Now ain't no pictures of me with the braids, but that Jerry curl picture it does exist. That's all I'm gonna say. Can't believe her roots maneuver. Mm-mm. One of the UK's pioneers. Okay. Connie says, I like to read the book of Psalms. It covers everything that man goes through in life, written mostly by King David. I think. Yeah. Psalms is poems and songs. I never rocked a ducktail, but I did have shag at one point. I went through a shag phase. Yeah. Have you ever heard of the clothes that Adam and Eve had in the Garden of Eden that were passed down to Noah and Abraham? And somehow Nimrod got a hold of it and it gave him dominion over the animal. No, I've never heard that. I'm not familiar with that. Vincent says, John 1:1, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. That's a strong one, too. Out of body experience. Yeah, Diamond. Kane Marco, what's your most embarrassing moments on and off stage? Um, on stage is probably when you performing and you just draw a blank and you forget the words to your song. That happened to me about a month ago. I was performing a song that I've performed a trillion times and I just forgot the words right in front of everybody. But you keep on going, you don't stop. You got to still performing. The people are still out there. but I just drew a blank. It happens every 8,000 years. Off the stage, it's too many to recall. No. Shaheem the Dream, man, thank you for the blessing. I appreciate that. Shaheem says, K, are you going to bring back your song reaction break? Man, I was thinking about that yesterday because somebody enlightened me when I first started doing that. It's like they're not, what I do wouldn't be reaction, they would be more so breakdowns. So I would probably start doing breakdowns. I really been thinking about starting another channel, and I just want to, ask y'all if y'all think I should do it. And it's gonna be dedicated to number rap stuff, no commentary. Y'all gonna get the rap side of me, and I would do stuff like that on that channel. So if y'all think I should do that, in the words of the Isley brothers, let me know. Yeah, you gotta have the right kind of head to go ball. Whew, thank God. Yeah. Xavier says, I second what DJ King said. You should make a movie, your storyteller. Man, yeah, we working on it. We playing with it. I just can't. I'm just haven't come up with the right script, the right plot, what I want to. And I went through the same phase before I wrote my first book. I didn't know what to write about. And somebody like, man, just write about your life. So at some point, I'll come up with a script. It just got to make sense. Landon says, do you remember doing a feature on a song called Better Days with Mr. Marquise and Arkansas Bo? Yeah, yeah. I think I did that with Codeine. I think that was with the homie Codeine. I think Arkansas Bo. That sounds familiar. Yeah, 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 yeah. I think that was my homies that rock with Codeine. Not Codeine, my homie Codeine. Dean TV. Yeah. Somebody tell Jason how to send a super chat. Appreciate the love in advance. Erica says my favorite is Proverbs 3:5-8. Trust in the Lord with all thy heart and lean not unto thine own understanding. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy path. That's a good one. That's a good one. I did say that, Michael. I promise that's what I said. No, Blank said it because Blank was at the show. And when I forgot my words, I was singing The Struggle Made Me Great. Now, how many times have you seen me perform that song, Michael? And I just lost the words. And Blank was in the crowd. You say, your mind went blank. I said, yeah, it's hard to think when your mind goes blank. Yeah. Dollar bill. We just got through talking about you earlier now. You must have heard us. You must have heard us talking about you. Your ears start tingling, and you heard us talking about you, and then now here you appeared, and you have appeareth unto us. Yeah. C. Ali. What's going on, C. Ali? Greetings. When you wrote Step into the Mind, what inspired you to break down the alphabet? Man, you know what? I've been messing with alphabet since I was in high school. I always played with letters and acronyms and alphabets and stuff like that. And just over the years, I just kept messing with them. I think it came from what I'm pretty sure. I mean, I started doing alphabets because I'm a Dolomite fan, y'all. A long time ago, Dolomite did some ABCs. Now, they weren't the cleanest ABCs in the world, y'all. That's why I paused for a minute. But when he did the ABCs, when I first heard, I was just like, that was the most funniest thing in the world. So when I started rapping, I was just doing ABCs from time to time. So from Step Into the Mind to Ghetto ABCs, there's different variations of it. There's some that always revisits. They always revisit. Good question. Kane Marco, are the Isleys the greatest group of all time? If not, who? Well, they up there. I wouldn't say for me. Now, the Isleys are one of my top 10 favorite R&B groups of all time. They definitely in my top 10. They might be in my top 5 if I really think about it. But you got Isleys, you got the OJs, you got Jackson 5, you got Earth, Wind, and Fire. So those 4 right there. Now, I know a lot of y'all might be thinking, what about Maze? Maze is an all-time great group, but Maze is not in my top 5. I'm not a huge Maze fan, even though I love Maze. But, you know, you got groups, I'm trying to think of who I'm forgetting, but those 4 that I mentioned, Isley Brothers, Earth, Wind, and Fire, Jackson 5, and the OJs. Those 4 are cemented. I can't think of number 5 right now, but if y'all throw some names out, maybe y'all may call out my number 5 top R&B groups, not solo artists, groups of all time. Yeah, y'all throw some names out there, and maybe that'll help me out. That's another good question. John says, John 8, 1 John 8, 31, 32. If you remain in my word, you will truly be my disciples, and you will know the truth, and the truth will set you free. Xavier says, how good is a bean pie from the nation? What does the navy bean taste like? In Utah, I haven't heard of any. Now you probably gonna hear about it too much in Utah. But bean pies are delicious. All bean pies are different because everybody that makes bean pies, they make them their own way. So it's not a situation with a bean pie where you can say if you tasted one, you tasted them all. No, that's couldn't be further from the truth because everybody got their own style. It's like people who make homemade macaroni. You know, it's like they got their own little way of doing it. But the navy bean is just such a healthy bean that the Nation of Islam incorporates the navy bean in a lot of its meals, including the snacks like a bean pie. So yeah, it's really sweet. It puts you in the mind frame of a sweet potato pie for those who might not know the kind of get understanding of what it's like. But it's not a sweet potato pie at all. But you got bean pie, bean soup, and anything else that you could think of that could be made with navy beans. I had some navy bean donuts a few weeks ago. The navy bean is a beautiful thing. The navy bean is a beautiful thing. I had some navy beans tonight. That was my dinner tonight. Okay, let me see who y'all put on here. Let me see. The Delphonics. Respect to the Delphonics, but not in my top 5. The Gap Band. Ooh, okay. That's my 5. Come on, Xavier. How could I feel like just slapping sliding the Family Stone. Yeah, that's my top 5. Slider Family Stone, Earth, Wind and Fire, Isaac Brothers, Jackson 5, OJs. That's my top 5. Gap Band, right there. Yeah, but Sly, how can I forget Sly, man? Temptations, definitely respect. You come more new school. I see John got Boys the Man, New Edition. Yeah, respect. SOS Band. I went on a binge about 6 months ago. I was jamming SOS Band every night. Every night, SOS Band. Yeah. Supreme. Don't forget the girl groups. Hey, y'all, give me 1 minute. Appreciate that, y'all. Had to take a call. Yeah, but we got somebody said SOS Band, the Supremes, Atlantic Star. That's a dope group. The Spinners, yeah, man. Yeah, y'all naming some good, but that's my top 5, man, that we just named. Commodores. Ooh, Dollar. Sheesh. SWV, yeah, we ain't gonna forget about the females, man. The Commodores, man. Ooh, they got so many hits, man. Gap Band, Commodores. These are all outside my top 5 now. Man. How can I forget this? The Stylistics. Betcha by golly you are. Stylistics, one of my favorite groups of all time. Yeah. The Brothers Johnson, respect to the Brothers Johnson, Ryan, yeah. Yeah, man. JoJo Hip Hop Spot says, how do you get a feature? How did I get a feature with X-Rated and Crazy Bones? As far as X-Rated goes, he hit me on Instagram. He was in my inbox. And he kept it so real. I respect cats like that. But this is what he said. He said, man, a lot of my fans are always hitting me up saying that we need to do a song together. Now, he didn't know a lot about me. He don't really know much about me. But he was like, man, a lot of my fans are always saying that we need to do a song together. He said, so let's get one in. Now, it just so happens that we have a common link, the homie Tragic, who I've done 2 projects with in Canada. He's produced for X-Rated before. So we were both like, okay, well, let's get Tragic to do the beat. So that's how that happened. Crazy Bones, same thing. Tragic had done had literally, I think, years ago. And Crazy Bone hit him back recent, like, hey man, is that beat still available? And Tragic was like, yeah. So in the music business, it's a lot of service for service, what they call that, bartering. So it's a few ways you can do it. You can say, well, man, hey, man, well, I'll put a verse on your album, or I'll do some stuff like that, you know. But Tragic is a big fan of Crazy Bone, so he more so wanted for his return from the deal to be, hey, man, I'm doing a project with K-Rino. In exchange for the beat, would you get on the project? And that's how that happened with Crazy Bone. It's a good question. Michael, could I see myself dressing like what? Dressing like what? Dressing like that these days, like those groups. Nah, man. Maybe some of the soulful suits. Now I ain't wearing none of that tight, weird stuff. None of the suspect stuff. Oh, I forgot about another one of my all-time groups, Parliament Funkadelic. Let's not forget about Parliament Funkadelic. But no, I'm not wearing none of the feminine looking stuff. But I might put on one of them old school soulful outfits and suits, but that old tight stuff, some of that stuff they used to wear, like, nah, man. We be talking about how these rappers dress, boy. You go back and look at some of them old 70s album covers, you'll be like, the rappers will be like, hey, y'all talking about us. Yeah. I wish the world was truly happy. Hugo 48, much love from Germany. Man, oh, I appreciate the love, man. John, have I heard of Big Tuck? Absolutely. Dallas Big Tuck. That's a legend. Tyson LaFrance, would you ever do a metal or rock song? Yeah. I give it a try. Did you ever get to meet Lil Bing? Yeah, I met Bing back in the days. Houston representative. I met Bing back in the day before he got locked up. In my life. Oh. Yeah. Joseph says, don't ever walk your friends, loved ones who God has blessed. Use. Don't let. I can't understand what you got right here. Might have got to retype that one. Earth, Wind, and Fire, man. Whew. Tough. So many great groups from the 70s and 80s, man. Solo artist. Yeah, Shalimar, DeBarge. Let's not forget the Silvers. The Silvers, one of my favorite groups, too. I had a crush. I had a crush on Olympia Silvers. I love Olympia Silvers, man. Y'all want to see a beautiful woman, go look at Olympia Silvers. I'm telling y'all want to see a beautiful woman? I just put her name in there so y'all to spell it right. Joseph says it took 5 judges to make the verdict what a biological woman is. If it's got to be taken for 5 judges to define what a woman is, we in the last days. Yeah, I agree. I'd like to fly away. Y'all click the like, man. We're going to see, can we get to 100 likes? We got a long way to go. We might not make it tonight. Can we get to 100 likes? If there's anybody in here that haven't clicked that thumbs up, can y'all click it right now? Let's see if we can get to 100. 100 of these things. Was I a big fan of Pam Grier movies or Cooley High? I've watched Pam Grier movies, but not just a huge fan, although it ain't nothing but respect. But Cooley High, definitely. I have seen Cooley High 10,573 times, and the end always chokes me up. Always. One of the greatest movies ever. Cooley High. Sometimes I just randomly watch Cooley High. So yeah, I rock with Cooley High. Big time. One of my favorite movies. The Impressions. That's Curtis Mayfield and those guys. You got Hal Melvin and the Blue Notes. I was singing Zoom, Connie. Whoa, whoa, Zoom. I'd like to fly away. That's the Commodores. Dollar Bill put that Commodores in my mind. Now I'm singing it. Man, Colton, not the middle name. Colton say Olympia Ann Silvers. It's beautiful. Yes, I love Olympia Silvers, man. She was so beautiful. I had crush on Olympia Silvers and Tammy Terrell. Tammy Terrell and Olympia Silvers. Man. Oh, I'd like to fly away. Raise your hand if you have never seen Cooley High. Raise your hand. Give me some type of signal. If you've never seen Cooley High, raise your hand. I'm about to give y'all some homework. Okay, Colton, Shaheem. Erica, you never saw Cooley High? Homework. Watch Cooley High tonight. I don't care if you're a grown man, woman. If Cooley High don't make you about to cry or cry, watch Cooley High tonight, Spiky. Shouldn't be hard to find with all these streaming apps and all this different. Shouldn't be hard to find. Michael said it's on YouTube. Connie said you will cry. And look, I have seen Cooley High. I know the dialogue. You know, you got those movies where you know the words. It's like a song. When you get to, when you've seen a movie so much that it's like a song, when you know the words, you know the lines before they come up. That's how much I've seen Cooley High, and I still get emotional. I know what's gonna happen. Yep, that's right. Shaheem, you spelled it just right. Cooley High. Watch it tonight. Demetrius represent. He says it's a Chicago movie. That's right. Filmed entirely in Chicago, written by a great black writer named Eric Monty. Y'all may know Eric Monty's work because he also created like The Jeffersons, Good Times, all these shows that you've seen in the 70s and into the 80s. Eric Monty was a part of those shows. He's the one who wrote Cooley High. So I want y'all to go Watch Coolie High tonight. And then come back, report back to me next time I come on live. And I want y'all to say, hey, K, I watched Coolie High. And just tell me what y'all thought about it. Yep. Wyland Kirkland says the SPC reminds me of Marvel Comics. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, you're right. We got some superheroes. These dudes are superheroes. No question about it. I concur. Absolutely. I wish the world were truly happy. You was jamming Zoom today, Dollar? Dollar laid that Ozzy Brothers beat out for me. Y'all gonna hear it at some point. Diamond Star says a real worth watch. Some legends in that movie. See, look, hey man, if you saw Coolie High, if you watch Coolie High and you don't like it, I don't think that you're human. Y'all hit the like button, man. We need 22 likes. Can we get to 100 likes? For all of y'all who are in here, some of y'all may not be commenting. Click the like button, click the thumbs up, and watch Coolie High tonight. We're going to watch Coolie High tonight. Yep. I'd like to fly away. Diamond says she cried. Yeah, you got to cry. Coolie High gonna make you cry, man. It is like, oh no, man. Y'all gonna make me jam some Commodores tonight. Yeah, Coolie High it's a hood movie. Yeah, it's a hood movie, without a doubt. It exemplifies just growing up in the inner city. Yeah, man. Takes you back to your childhood, depending on how your childhood was. Yep. It's based on the life of Eric Monty, the writer. Good looking out, C. Ali. I want y'all to go check out the latest episode of Underground Dialogue Podcast with our guest, Mr. Mina. Blacktastic 68, Walaikum Salam. How you feeling, Blacktastic? I see you. Joseph says we had an earthquake and I slept through it. Where you at, Joseph? You know what? I'm gonna let you in on something, Spiky. I've never tasted dates before. I'm gonna have to though. Never had dates. Okay, Colton. Yeah, check out that Coolie High, man. Tell me what y'all think about it. Sail on down the line. MC Josiah is in the building. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the donation, my brother. Say, yo, what's up, K? Sorry I'm late. Just waking up. How's everything going? Man, we blessed, man. But I know I am. I can't speak for everybody else, but I know everybody else is because we here. So appreciate the love. Walk in love, man. You read my mind. Get out of my head, man. Get out of my head. Walk in love. Because I'm so nervous right now, man. I'm nervous, bro. I'm scared. No, I'm not nervous. I'm scared. I'm scared, man. I want to be so wrong when I say this, walk in love. I don't think we can beat them. I don't think we're gonna beat them, man. I think they're gonna beat us. That was the one team that I did not want the Rockets to face, and we ended up getting them. I don't think we can beat them. We just don't. They always beat us. They always beat us. We never beat the Warriors, ever. For 10 years, they played them like 4 times this year. They beat us every time. And now they got Jimmy Butler. I don't feel any, I have no confidence, and I don't think we can beat them. Most people are picking against them. Yeah. Unfortunately, I'm one of them, and I'm a fan. You say, but I think they'll beat Golden State at 6 or 7. I hope you're right. I want to be wrong, so I've never wanted to be wrong more than I want to be wrong right now. I want to be wrong. I want to come back in a week or so, whenever this series is over, and say, man, walk in love, you was right, man. Man, you guessed it, man. You got it. I want to say that. I want to say it. I want to say, man, woo, I was scared. I thought we couldn't beat them, but we got them. I just don't think, I don't think they can beat them. We never beat them. No. They beat us every time we play them. Now, we won a couple of regular season matchups with them this year. And before that, they had beat us we hadn't beat them since 2019 or so. We hadn't beat them 18, 16, 17 times in a row. They just got our number. Certain teams just got other teams' number. But I hope I'm wrong. I can't see us beat them. I can't see it. Thanks for depressing me, Walking Love. I appreciate that. Okay, dollar. A keto gamer says Rockets got this. I hope you're right. I hope you're right. We have a sports podcast called Legends 34. We're gonna do a playoff review. And y'all gonna hear me express these same sentiments. Akito, I hope you are right. I just can't see it. I can't see it. And it's probably because we've never beat them. They beat us every time. When we had teams that I thought would beat them. Back in the day, we had Harden and Chris Paul and those guys. I was like, yeah, we can get them. So hopefully I'm wrong, man, but I don't see no scenario where we beat that team in a series. 4 times. We got to beat them 4 times. Hope I'm wrong. As a Thunder fan, I believe y'all would beat them. Youth and athleticism. Yeah, but they got that experience, man. Dollar Bill says, I would rather play Golden State now than further in the playoffs. Not me. You know why? Because I would rather face them further in, because that means we got out the first round or 2. Playing them now, I think we going home in the first round. I would rather lose to them in the second or the conference final, second round of conference final, than just have a great season, number 2 seed in the West, and then get bumped off in the first round by a 7 seed. But again, I hope that I'm wrong. I want y'all to be right so bad. I don't have no confidence that they could beat that team. If they played Memphis, I'm like, yeah, we can get them. They'd have played they'd have caught Minnesota some kind of way, or who. I feel like we got a shot, even though Minnesota ain't no pushover. I was hoping we catch Memphis. They got Jimmy, but I don't see no way we're gonna beat that team now. They beat us all the time. Anyway, let's go. Dates are good. The tree takes 15 years, but boy, that's some patience, boy. Jason Brody, I appreciate the love, man. See, Jason asked the question. He's like, man, how can I show Big Brother some love? And he sprung into action and figured it out, man. So I definitely appreciate the super chat, Mr. Brody. I'm finna start calling you Bruiser Brody. Dollar Bill, you remember Bruiser Brody? Appreciate the love, man. Hundy there for you, bro. Thanks to Big Taz for slinging me some I don't know what that is, bundas. You heard that metal track Tech 9 did, Falling in Reverse. You would send the scene crazy on him. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it, Jason. I'm going to do it. I want to be able to say I did a little bit of everything in music, man, at some point. Yeah. Walking Love. Rockets hear all this talk and are going to play with a chip on their shoulder. Warriors are way too reliant on Steph and Jimmy, and the Rockets have way more depth. And nothing you said is wrong. Everything you said is absolutely right. But you know what the problem I have with the Warriors, man? Because this always happens. We'll lock up Steph and those guys, but then two of their scrubs will go off. Two of their role players will just start hitting threes out of the. It's like, I hope you're right, man. I hope you're right. Blatonio Todd, I see you, man. Hood Smokers Podcast. Sends much love, man. Salute to y'all, man. I appreciate that. Blatonio Todd, man. Thank you, man. Oh, you got some metal? You got some metal? Dollar, send it to me. I should have knew though. That makes sense. Jimmy Robinson, boy, you all right with me. Everybody, look, if y'all are regular watchers of the Underground Dialogue podcast, y'all are all right with me. Jimmy said your misdemeanor episode is good. I thought she was dope when I heard her with Zero. Had you heard of her before she was on the show? Man, she y'all need to watch that interview, man. Yeah. Erica says Lucky Luciano didn't get on this track like he did Walk on Toes. It's the same song. Okay. See, I don't know all those details like that. Josiah says I do metal all the time. Hip hop all the time. My brother Autumn is a trap metal. Trap metal, wow. They fusing it and merging it together, huh? Who can do metal vocals incredibly good. I have him doing it on my song, My Own Worst Enemy. Wow. All right. Well, the Mavs ain't got to worry about it now. Because they're going fishing. Yeah. Can we get 17 more likes in the next 10 minutes? Is that possible? Who in here has not clicked the thumbs up? Can we do it? Can we do it? Yeah. 15 more likes. Can we do it? This is an open topic, man. But we winding down. We closing it out. I just wanted to see if we can get to 100 likes. Yeah. I'm trying to put together a debate on my podcast, but I can't find somebody to represent the other side I need represented. Yeah. Dollar Bill, they got a question for you. Say, Dollar Bill, your production is great, brother. Where did you learn and develop your craft? That's a good question. Y'all want me to tell you what happened, how he got his craft, how he learned his craft? When he was 4 years old, he got abducted. This alien spacecraft came down and they zapped him up. He was outside at the time. He was playing with some little drumsticks that he had, and he got zapped up. When they zapped him up, they put a probe into his head, and they uploaded a bunch of future music into his head. They uploaded like 10,000 beats into his head. Then they dropped him back down, and when he turned 15 years old, it activated, and all of a sudden he started having all these revelations of music and stuff, and that's what happened. That's how he got his skills. Diamond Star, I'm glad you woke up and caught me too. Man, you know what? Somebody else, I think, and Fred. So y'all be speaking life into your big brother. Sometimes, man, words are powerful. And just kind words go a long way. So you say stuff that's like, yeah, glad I woke up. It's like the appreciation. All of y'all, because y'all up late with me, man. If you're on the East Coast, it's 2:30 in the morning. If you're on the West Coast, it's still 11:30. If you're in the Central Time Zone with us, it's 1:30 in the morning. I don't care if it's a weekend. Y'all still hanging out with your big brother. I appreciate that. We need 11 more likes, and I can send y'all to Cooley High. Oh man, my homeboy's up in here, man. Hold on, wait a minute. Hold on, man. My partner's in this room. Gorilla B Head. What's up, man? Where you been, my brother? Come on, man. B, hit me up. Email me and shoot me your number, B. That's my homie, man. That's one of the realest cats around right there, man. My homie Gorilla B Head Johnson. Y'all know what it is. I want to do a flat earth debate on my podcast. I got a flat earther. He's ready. I just got to find somebody to represent the globe side. And I'm going to sit back like I did on the song and just let them go. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. Yeah. Come on, y'all. Michael say you have to have faith in your team, bro. I never gave up on my Celtics. Even with after the big three, all the trading. Yeah, I mean, that sounds good. But the reality is I'm a realist. I'm not a fan. I'm not a blind fan that just kind of just feels like my team is gonna win no matter what. It got to make sense to me, and I just hate this matchup. But that might be my fear talking. I could be wrong. I hope I'm wrong, man. Y'all don't understand. I hope I'm wrong. But in my mind, just looking at history, y'all gotta understand, my mind is wired in a way that I'm being frank, and I don't see no possible way the Rockets can beat them 4 times. I just don't see it. I don't think it can happen. Until I see it, I'm not gonna believe it. I don't see it. I don't see it. I don't know if we can beat them twice. I just don't want to get swept. Yeah. We need 10 likes. I don't think we're going to get it in 5 minutes, y'all. So what was your favorite hip-hop artist coming up? Mine was Rakim, Tech Nine, you, Tupac, Organized. Yeah, man, I had a few. Just like you. I had Run DMC, Grandmaster Flash, Furious 5, Curtis Blow, KRS-One, and Boogie Down Productions. I had a bunch, man. Big Daddy Kane, Too Short, NWA, Ghetto Boys. I had a bunch. No, that's the thing, Xavier. You know, I don't have to be sitting right next to the producer. I've done that where, you know, and I have worked with producers who like to work like that. I don't think that it's a wrong way to do it. So your question, you says, when you and Dollar Bill are working on songs, are you in the same studio or he's sending beats? Yeah, he sends beats because, and like I say, a lot of producers will tell me, man, just come to the lab, man. Let's sit down and just cook something up. I ain't got time to do all that. You know, sometimes, okay, maybe, but I don't have time to do that because my deal is this. If you got dope beats, it's already cooked up. When I hear it and I like it, it's not necessary for me to have been sitting there the whole time while you was building it and putting it together. But I understand some producers say, well, man, I kind of want to get the vibe. I want to vibe with you and get a feel for what you're hearing. And that's cool. But I don't need that. I don't need that. I don't have to do that. Dollar Bill will send me some tracks. I'm like, yeah, that one, and that one, and that one. It's the vibe. That's the vibe right there. It's all I need. But I don't knock people who do it like that because some rappers like to build like that. Now, and even if I have an idea, because we just did that the other night, I hit Dollar. I was like, $8, man. Pimp this one out for me. You know, I don't have to be sitting right next to him. And at this point, we've been working together over a decade now. And I mess with him all the time. He know the type of stuff I like. He know the kind of beats to send me. And every now and then he'll send some outside of the box stuff, some stuff that he might as well, it might not be a K track, but I'm gonna send it to him anyway because I might be in the mood and I might mess with it. Yeah. Spikey says it's crazy to think that if a mainstream artist shouted you out and I guess you're saying gave you your props, they changed the game. Yeah, you know, but what's meant for me is meant for me. You know, shout out to people like Bun B. Bun B always goes on major platforms and he mentions my name among others, Killer Calion and Gangsta Nip and, you know, my brothers and stuff, man, who are unsung. You know, so shout out to Bun B who always, he's done that for years. Shout out to Scarface who's done that for years. Zero who's done that for years, you know, artists like that. You know, I know what you're saying. You saying if Drake or somebody gets on TV and Kanye gets on TV and say, "Hey man, y'all go check out this K-Rino dude." Yeah, for sure. But if that was to ever happen, then God bless him. If not, then God bless him anyway. It's all love. Allah is sufficient for me. Always have been. No, Diaz, I get it. I understand. No, you're right. I'm with you. You say I'm about higher dimensions. Hey, man, I ain't mad at you. But, you know, we do a podcast, so sometimes we want to have content on there that we feel might be interesting to people. That don't take us off the path of what we need to be getting done. That don't take us off the path of that. It's 24 hours in a day. Yeah. Sebastian says, I'm in attendance and looking forward to how he's going to tell me science is wrong about the earth. DJ Alyssa says, there's a lot of shills. The only flat earth you should get, the one that brought it back in modern conversation, Eric Dubay. Eric Dubay is a he's not a shill, but he sure is a grifter. He's the king. He's the flat earth king. Eric Dubay, Dave Weiss, those guys are the kings. But them dudes ain't doing nothing but trying to make money, man. I hate to. No, I don't hate to. I'm just, it's the truth is the truth. They've had opportunities to do live debate. They don't come out of their holes. And Dave Weiss, at least Dave Weiss will try to debate. He gets smoked, but at least he'll try. But Eric Dubay ain't coming out of his hole. Man, can we get 9? Oh, we don't make it. We done. We done. Yeah, I got a flat earther that's ready to debate. One of my homies, actually, it's one of my partners now. Now he's a flat earther, but this is my dog. This is my boy. I love him, but he's a flat earther, and he say he's willing to come on, so we're gonna bring him on. But I can't find nobody to do the other side, and I don't want to do it. I could do it, but I don't want to do it. I want to be the moderator, but I could do it. All right, man. Y'all drop y'all locations, man. Let me shout y'all out. It's been long enough. We're not gonna make it to 100 tonight, y'all. But y'all drop y'all locations. Let me shout y'all out. Yep. Senator Marco Rubio, I ain't heard that name in a while, said he's defunding the State Department's counter foreign information manipulation and interference, formerly known as the Global Engagement Center. Todd says, bet my son might be your guy you're looking for on that topic. He'd be willing, but might be good for that discussion. What side is he defending? Yep, anybody can be beaten any given day. You're right, Mike, but this ain't football, man. This ain't one and done. This ain't the tournament. You got to beat them dudes 4 times. Man. Got to beat them 4 times, man. All right, let me shout y'all out. Cornelius Martin, I see you, man. Where's the ice wall? Oh my God. Just I sent you my email, B. Just email me your number. I just put my email down. So send me an email with your number. We'll get it on. Yeah. Man, I'm supposed to be shouting y'all out. Let me get it on. Where am I at? Okay, there we go. Blatonio Todd is in Tucson, Arizona. What say, Dollar? I have a chorus that I had someone sing for the industry. I just haven't. Okay, yeah, send it to me. I want to hear it. Colton is in Cincinnati. Josiah is in Abilene. Diaz in the Netherlands. I said, that's why I can't join the debate. Might have to zoom you in. Juju 916, Sacramento, California. Diamond Star is in Dallas. Grandmaster Rodimus. Man, where you been, Grandma? You been laying in the cut all this time? Ypsilanti. Vincent is in Hawaii. Jimmy is in Anniston, Alabama. Akito is in H-Town. Connie is in San Diego. Erica in Beaumont. Oh, man, it jumped on me. Erica in Beaumont. Fish says a riot happening tomorrow in Frisco, Texas. Behind what? About what? Sebastian, P-Town, Portland, Oregon. Demetrius Russo, Chicago Russo. Michael is in Grove, Texas at work. Yeah, we know Beaumont representing. Aaron Albanese, what's going on, my brother? Walking Love, Northeast Oklahoma. Said Thunder Up. Yeah, y'all got a shot, man. I think the only team, but y'all gotta be careful though, man. The West ain't gonna be as easy as it might seem, because man, the Clippers, man. Something about the Clippers. Be careful. The Kawhi healthy. Colton just moved to Middletown, Ohio. Derek Gibson is in Memphis, Tennessee. Aaron is in Northern Virginia. Okay. Antonio in Tucson. Hey man, I want to come to Tombstone, man. Who got me? Where all my Arizona people at? If I want to come and go to Tombstone for a little mini vacation, who gonna drive me? Who gonna drive me to Tombstone if I come to Tucson? Is that Harlan Miller, Napa, Idaho? Okay. He said he switched it around. He didn't say peace and hair grease. He said hair grease and peace. Oh my gosh, man. Jason says, yeah, my brother, I'm out. Got a storm coming. Oh man. Y'all be safe. Matt Greer, Stephenville, Texas. Dollar is in Lamarck. Okay, he say Nip. No. Oh, okay, man. Look, man, I'm telling you, man, I want to go to Tombstone. I just don't know nobody. I want to go out there where I go to Tombstone, somebody drive me out. I mean, go there to Tucson, y'all drive me to Tombstone. I want to hang out. I told y'all I was a Western fan. All right, man, let me get out y'all way, man. I appreciate the love. It's your big brother K-Rino. Y'all subscribe to the channel and always keep y'all notifications on. And I will catch y'all. If I don't catch y'all again this weekend, I'll see y'all again next Friday, inshallah. All right. Peace and Murray's grease.